Really?
Yeah, the police station. Threw away my fucking cookies. Is anyone afraid to taste soap?
Probably people who've had traumatic experiences growing up as children.
I was fed soap as a kid. You know, I wasted $180.
Doing what?
The cookies. If you've ever had to bug a customer's device to make them feel more secure about their loved one, let me know in the comments below, because I've been paid recently to do that, and it is not fun. How do you say hotter in Spanish?
Caliente.
Caliente pocket.
It'll get spicy.
How do they say hot pocket in Spanish? Caliente pocket. That's a fun little joke that I saw on a stand-up one time. I thought it was funny.
How to say hot pocket in Spanish?
Yeah, just caliente pocket. God, it's hot. I'm sweating. Sorry.
What have you been doing? You've been running around? That's why you're sweating?
Also didn't drink any water today. Had an energy drink and a bunch of fried chicken.
Yeah, not the best. I mean, sounds delicious, but...
It's great for my pectoral muscles. The bounce. I wish you had that. Welcome back to During Business Hours. It is hot in the studio today. There's a lot going on. It's been an interesting week. Absolutely. We haven't recorded since 7 days ago.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
What have you been up to? What's changed in your life?
You've literally witnessed it.
I know, but they don't know.
Yeah.
Run us through what's changed in your life.
So, just needing a job and making soaps here with you.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to learn the ropes. Trying to find contracts and not getting anywhere because they're like,
you're technically working here. You're helping out where you can. I'm going to eventually train you.
Eventually.
You're just hanging out and like applying for other jobs while working here. Yeah. So it's like when I'm needed, it's like clock on, help, go. You know, it's an interesting one. It's just been kind of busy the last couple of days because the store was nuts yesterday.
Yeah.
Like we cleared 21 after the end of the day with checks and, you know, everything that went through. Mm-hmm. And then I don't know what we did today. Didn't get a lot of people.
What was it, the day before yesterday? Because towards the end of the day, I started getting busy. And
it was both days, yeah.
Yeah.
Still $800 a day, not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
And then a bunch of pickups. We do have an interesting customer that has been cheated on, or we assume has been cheated on. And we've done a data recovery for that. He has taken that information and has not gone to his wife yet. But the wife also knows he's had her phone for like a week. But he's had me do 3 separate backups, make 3 copies. I'm unsure why. Now the daughter called and it got real interesting because she's like, well, he's a bad man. My parents have been married for 40 something years, trying to get her out of there. I'm like, she's already stuck. Rat poison is quicker than divorce at 60 years old. I'm just saying. And it's natural causes. He like ate rat poison while being up. There's an option. I was joking with her. But he comes in, he's like, hey, set up trackers for me. I'm like, there's going to be a lot of money. Okay, here, air tags, speakers out, you know, the whole 9, any of the text in there. If you've ever had to bug a customer's device to make them feel more secure about their loved one, let me know in the comments below, because I've been paid recently to do that, and it is not fun. Not fun at all. It's very concerning. But yeah, he was back today for another backup. So, and he keeps bringing me just the phone and like, run another backup, another $300. Boom, boom, boom.
Dude, I mean, it's getting you paid.
Yeah. At what point do I say I can't charge this man anymore because I'm so intimately aware of his problem?
Never.
Just let the cash cow keep cashing.
Dude, yeah. Keep on milking it. You were going to let if he's got the money to do it, and if supposedly he's a bad guy.
Well, that's what the daughter says.
Yeah.
But at some point, my kids will hate me. Like, you know, I don't know what's going to go through their mind.
Right.
The dumbest part is that he caught her in 4K and still denies it and won't address it with her. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh, let me go get your phone fixed. You got an issue? Let me go get your phone fixed. Let me go get your phone fixed. And he keeps taking her phone. So he brought her broken phone that he broke on purpose to get it in here in the first place. That's why we have to run the data recovery. And it gets real easy because now we know what the issue is and we keep rigging it to do the same thing because he doesn't want to pay to fix the phone and just have it on hand because he's got to send it into insurance.
Mm-hmm.
His time is up tomorrow. And I was like, all right, bring me a hard drive. We'll put the info on. Right now, as we speak, it is downloading from here to a USB thumb drive that was $17 from Walmart that he had no time to grab. So we sent Seth. Thank you, Seth. You're great. He did find out that Walgreens is fucking everyone. Brutally, Walgreens talk about inflation.
Dude, not just on their drives, but literally on everything that they sell.
Really?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. You know,
They used to be the place to go to buy one, get one, everything.
Dude, I tell you, a box of my nitrile like examining gloves that I use for like IVs costs like almost $20.
Why do you buy them at Walgreens?
No, it's like when I needed it like really quick and I did it like once.
But go to Harbor Freight. They got them all for like $4.
Yeah. But then the second time I needed it like really bad, I had gone down the cleaning aisle and it was the same gloves, but for like $6. And it was like a box of 30 or 50.
So he goes to get a thumb drive for 64 gigs to put another backup on. And Walgreens is closer than Walmart. It's a right and a left. And it's crazy. $70 for a 64 gig SD card.
You think Walgreens is closer than Walmart?
Yeah.
I think Walmart's closer than Walgreens.
In my opinion, in my mind, it's closer.
It's
a right and a left instead of a left, a right, a left, a right.
It depends on where you go, because you could go down this way and take a left and then a right. See, because if you go out this way, like you're like technically pulling into Hutch's, you take a left and then you just take a right and then you get into Walmart. You could take a right and then a left and then a right.
See, but it's on this road. It's technically the same because it's only one light and one light. Either way, it should be the same distance by township rules.
I think to where you're at right here, you're closer to Walmart.
Either way, for him, we decided to send Seth then to Walmart. He got my rubber bands. Again, thank you, Seth. Praise be to you.
So he went to Walmart and Walgreens?
Yeah. And then he got the damn thumb drive for $16. I was like, that's a stark difference. It's not like they doubled the price. Like some places, my stores in California have always been like $100 for certain things. And then you come out here and you're like, damn, it's $250. We're charging the wrong amount. We're in the wrong business. Oh, it's the same business? Oh, we just undervalue ourselves.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Kind of like the oils that we figured out.
Dude, that's soaping ain't easy. I'm going to tell you right now, making cold process soap, those women, they got it. Melt and pour soap, I'm your man. I can follow instructions. Melt and pour and calculations, I got a good calculation idea in my head now. It's still technically right for a longer cure, but it was wrong for a certain type of oil. And I botched almost $100 batch of soap yesterday. Completely botched it. And then decided to rebotch it and throw just random amounts of liquids and dyes and everything into this cauldron to reheat it, thinking I can treat this like a glycerin-based melt and pour soap. If you didn't know how stupid I was, let me tell you, I'm a freaking genius. Because it turned out all right. Now it's like a whipped soap.
Yeah.
It's not a hard soap. It's a whipped soap.
Will it not get hard? Well, is it not going to cure?
Even if it doesn't, it's workable. I took a spoonful of the edge, washed my hands with it. It works great. It's got the tang to it. I did taste it. He refuses to do the tongue test.
I'm not going to taste it.
It's clean soap. Is anyone afraid to taste soap?
Probably people who've had traumatic experiences growing up as children.
I was fed soap as a kid. I'm not afraid to lick a soap bar or a dollop of soap that we're testing.
It would just be PTSD for them.
There's a lot of money in soap, and we were going over the numbers. What I did was make a very high-end, expensive option because my wife bought like a tiny half-gallon bottle of coconut oil for $70. And in reality, $70 should get you almost 2.5 gallons. So she paid triple. And then I found out, because I had to use 90% of it, that I'm in trouble because now she's got to go and order more coconut oil. I was like, well, I'll order me all these other oils. And it's like $700 because we cannot get the coconut oil in anything less than a barrel. You want to know how much a barrel is, Alex?
How much?
How much do you think a barrel of coconut fractionated MCT oil is from the internet?
Well, you told me about it.
$1,253, sir, just for that one. And we have 6 oils. 6 oils.
Wait, what happened to like the $200-something barrel?
No. We have to go fractionated. MCT.
Why?
That's what everyone else uses. Every recipe has that. Because it's clear, it's liquid, it doesn't have any spots or whatever, no colorant issues.
Yeah, but why be like everybody else? Let's
because
be our
apparently
own thing.
it's like the easiest one to work with. But yeah, so it's $1,200. I'm not going to get that. But what I did realize in this entire deep dive was I should just repackage that barrel into smaller gallons, charge $65, and sell it on Amazon. It's one ingredient. There's no FDA compliance, no bottling or regulation compliance. It's a whole new business. Love supply and manufacturing.
Why don't you just add it to part of the Love's soap thing? And
well, that LLC could have just another DBA for like another subcategory, and I'll just start a new website, new Facebook page.
Because then there you could sell like your own stuff on like soaping.
Yeah, let me teach all the dads in the world who don't want to get off their ass. How do you make your own soap and spend twice as much than what you would spend on an Irish Spring bar?
Hey, with all those stay-at-home dads that
there are a lot, yeah.
Now have the working moms as a primary caregiver.
The trad wives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or no, the anti-trad, the trad dads. And then, but the point was, so we spent like $100 on the 5-pound. So I was like, you know what? I got this recipe down. I got the measurements. I know what I'm doing. Let me go ahead and make a 10-pound bar. How do you think it turned out? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. How do you think my 10-pound bar turned out? I'm still waiting to find out because I can't demold it because it's still Jell-O.
It wasn't too bad.
It's still not a good thing.
Well, I mean, it isn't hard, but it's not like liquid.
You know my first batch that you made with me, the 3-pound setting one that we did the measurements with?
Mm-hmm.
That hardened within 5 minutes. And then the next day I pulled it out of that thing, cut it up. And I've been using those soaps for like a week.
Yeah.
I feel silky smooth. Like it's a good soap. Wash my hands with it, my feet with it, my butt with it.
Maybe it's just trial and error.
Yeah. So how much do you think? I was doing the calculations on the 10-pound bar. How much do you think that one value in oil was?
How much was the other one?
It was 74-ish, by the measurements. So like we took a third of that bottle, a half of another bottle, the base. I did not calculate any of the soda ash or the lye and water into it, but that one was like $70, $80.
Would it be like anywhere between like 100 to 120?
If the first one was $70, $80.
Oh, so it'd be like almost $200?
Like $250.
250?
Yeah, it's a $250 mistake if that doesn't harden. But this is learning. So we're in $350 and our time. And now I'm on the verge of spending $1,500 on other oils. Welcome to business. It's a pleasure. It's an honor that I can do that. When I'm looking back at myself and when I started my first business, just buying the tools, such a daunting task to spend $70 on a heat gun and some guitar picks, let alone the gas to go get the guitar picks to do the glass only repairs that were so prevalent back in 2013, 2012. If you know anything about the Galaxy S3, you know what I'm talking about. But boy, in cell phone repair, it was like, oh my God, I got to buy this new thing. It's like $1,000. In soap making, just the drying racks, I was like, oh shit, it's like $600 in drying racks. I should buy some $600 drying racks. But you know what? Even better, I'll make them. I'll get baker's racks, like the cookie ones for $20 each, and just make a rack that they can slide in and out of.
Mm-hmm.
I built the rack. I'm waiting on the cookie sheets. That's easy. So I'm like, babe, we got this. We can do this at home. Cut, boom, sit, 4 weeks, put a tag on it. Usually it's like 2 to 3 weeks with the dry humidity or dry air we have out here. And I really made that rack. It's only like 4 feet tall, but it'll hold 3 sheets. I'm like, I could double that and double it. Got so ready for it. And then we wasted nearly $400 worth of material. Not a good feeling. It reminds me of my first carpet I made. I tried to go for a 6x6 instead of like a small thing. They always say start out small. I'm like, no, I'll go with the biggest because then I could just take a little piece, little piece, little piece. Turns out when you cut out a small piece of a square, everything else is like not super straight. So if you put tension on this piece of paper all the way around, tension all around this and make it very stiff. If I cut a hole, then you have release from the edges of that hole and it makes it kind of not stiff and weak in certain areas. Same thing happened with the rugs I was making on the tufting frame. And it ruined the next, I think it was like $150 worth of yarn. I put holes in it. I was like, dude, it's just not working. It was de-threading itself. The gun kept jamming, pressed really hard, and I broke my back for a couple of days trying to figure it out. And it was like $60 or $70. I think it was almost 8 by 5.5. And it was like $10 a square foot. It was like $80 for that, yeah. For just the sheet of the backing. And I was like, man, that's crazy. My wife was like, oh, just another trial and error thing. It's better than going to the casino losing $2,000. Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Well, you only lost almost $400 instead of.
I told myself I put $3,000 into the new soap process. I'll put $3,000 in of this month's money. That's my investment. So, hypothetically, I want to do 10 different bars and then pick 5. I want to test out with 10 different types of scents, fragrances, styles, and pick 5. Like all of the same, whether we do shea, olive, etc. I want to pick just 3 bases that we're going to put together, and that's all the soap types that I'll make. So I have one recipe, and I'll do one will be with almond shaves or with with coffee, and then one will be like oatmeal, so that we'll have like little side things you can order, but then I'll put that on Amazon, on the site, on Shopify, and it'll be good. Run some ads, boom, 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 boom. That way when it's ordered, there's only so much they can order, and I don't have to rush to make more. Because if you sell 500 of something and you only got 20, it's going to be a long time. It's like, yeah, you got that money, but then people are going to start asking for a refund in 3 weeks when you're not even done with half of that.
Right.
So, but I was like, I'm going to set this budget instead of just going, this is my new hobby. This is the budget, trial and error. If it doesn't work, thank you, yada, yada, going back to melt and pours. Melt and pour is fun. It's quick, it's easy, but it's not the same as like a cold process soap. It's much better for a cold process soap.
Right.
I definitely hit it. I know I felt it.
Season of flies.
Yeah, sometimes you got to go under them and smack that ass. No, it's been crazy because we, last week, and I think I talked about Linda coming to the house and falling and whatnot. And then it's been crazy customers, one after another. Had a guy that came in today, you saw with the XR, tried to sell me a phone. It was D-grade, just really beat up, not even cracked, but like really beat up and used. Said that it was unlocked, but I can buy that XR, 32 gigabyte, for $100 online or from a wholesaler for $75. And I'm like, in that condition, hey man, if I can buy this version for $75, I'd rather pay you $40. And he's like, hey man, why don't you pay me $50? I'm like, I don't haggle. Give you my price. That's a fair price. I'll sit on it for a couple of months, maybe make anywhere from $35. If I sell it in the store, I can make $100. So I'll make $50 for holding it for a couple of months, or I'll sell it directly to somebody, flip it, make $25 myself for giving you that $40. And I'm very honest with him. And he's like, oh, if you made $50 waiting on it for a couple months, that's good return on your profit. I'm like, it's not. That's less than $1 a day at 2 months of sitting on something. I can make more from stocks that are going down. Like, why would I invest that? That's like telling somebody, what is that return policy Best Buy used to have, where it's like, oh, I can hang on to this and I'll still get the exact same return. I'll just use it for 90 days. It used to be like, oh, we'll get that and then a convenience gift card for $10, for the issue or trouble. I think it was home stereos back in the day. That doesn't make sense to the viewer, but there's ways where you would hold on to something for like 30 or 60 days and you'd get a return. No, you'd buy something, hang on to it, and then wait for the return. When you returned it, you got a convenience or gift card because, you had it so long and then there was an issue with it. Best Buy would give like a $10 gift card, convenience card. And it was like, just do that a bunch. And then you get like $100 and $200. I'm like, really not worth it. Even though it sounds good, you're making $10. They're making more money off the money that they're trading and selling and, crediting to other people at the time and loaning than you'll make, which makes it really hard, which is not fun at all.
Did you ever sell that Z Fold?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I don't think it's in the case unless it's on my desk. I might have went through eBay.
I know you talking about sitting on things because I can't remember.
We had it for a long time.
Yeah, the one that I gave you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried it for like, I think 3 weeks, just on and off.
It just wasn't.
I can't go back now because all my apps and everything are on iOS, which was a problem. It's intense.
Yeah.
So the idea, guy gets my offer, doesn't like it, says, that's good money. I don't think it's good money. Sorry, it's really not to me. He seems upset. Him and his girlfriend kind of storm out. Made a little post, apparently. I can't see what he said, but the only thing the title says, do not recommend Love Family. I'm like, okay, first negative review. Here we go. Bring it on. I'm going to get my first negative review today. I appreciate it. This is constructive. It'll be great. Tell me what I did wrong. Well, before I can open it, it's been removed by an admin. So either somebody's panties were in a twist, or panties probably in a twist because your value isn't the same as my value, the same way your value is vice versa. It was so funny because did I tell you about the person who messaged me today? I think I showed you the text message. I get the weirdest people to get my phone number.
Oh, yeah.
Do you ever have customers that get your personal phone number that just randomly call you?
No.
No? Nobody ever just reaches out? Hey, man, you want to hang out? We're real good friends because I have your number and not your business number.
Nope, not nobody haven't intentionally given my personal phone number to.
You're missing out.
Like accidentally, like just giving them my phone number.
Well, you're missing out because my 7:30 a.m. wake-up call was, hey, man, just so you know, I'll read it just in case. I don't want it to be out of turn in case they ever see this.
I don't know, man. It doesn't sound like I'm missing out at all. Sounds like I'm perfectly where I need to be in some aspects of life.
Yeah, you're just, once you get something down the road, and it says, hey, this is blank's husband. You mentioned something about you buy phones. Do you remember I came in there, had you clean out the port of my phone, and you gave me a price on a purchase? And on this phone, how much did you say that you would give me for it? I'm thinking about upgrading. Now, me and my stupid self, I deal with 400 people a week. I have no idea what phone. I don't even remember you or your wife's name. It just didn't click at the time. So I respond with, I don't remember the model or condition, so you'd have to bring it in by whenever you have time. I'm busy with some Zoom calls this morning. I won't be until about 1, so swing by anytime after that. Here's where it gets fun. I'll swing by. Also need a new screen protector. The screen protector stuck to my pocket and rolled on the edge and rolled off. It's off the phone. I'll bring it to you. I say, sure. Make sure you don't ball it up. Has to be on a flat piece for me to RMA it. It's all stuck together, man, he says. He said there's a lifetime warranty. So at this point, I'm like, just peel it unstuck. And I said, peel it unstuck. It's just vinyl. Like with the warranty shtick, remove it, lay it on a flat piece of paper and bring it in. It's the only thing they want warranty. So just peel it and place it on a piece of paper for us so we can snapshot it. Otherwise, we can't RMA it. He's like, I'm coming in there now. Okay. I said 1 p.m., but you come in there now. I'm not open. I was like, okay, I'll be in there at 1. And he sends me a photo and says, you're not going to replace the screen protector with a picture of him driving, holding his phone and the screen protector and nothing on the wheel, with the screen protector folded into crumbles. And this is the last message. He hasn't responded, and I don't think he's coming by. He didn't come by all day. I'm telling you to peel it flat. If it's balled up because you removed it somehow, they don't want us sending those in. They have to be flattened, so just take a minute, put it under some warm water, and put it back flat. It's their only condition. My guys won't sit there and do it for you because it's not allowed by the distro. It is allowed by the distro. I just don't want them spending 20 minutes doing your work. And I don't need to explain myself to do that. I told you what to do before you bought it, when you bought it, and after you bought it. That's my liability. It's part of the whole conversation I gave you on the warranty. Don't know where you're getting how, or that I'm not being clear. Yes, I'll warranty it. Just unstick it from the ball of folds before you bring it in, then place it on the back of your case, a flat piece of paper, or any type of paper. I'll see you soon. No response. Remind you, this is early in the morning for me. Probably not early as you all are expecting, but it's definitely one of those like weird, how the fuck did you get my numbers? And why are you texting me about business before business hours?
Right.
Wait your turn. Just because you know the guy that owns the McDonald's down the road doesn't mean like, hey, let me get a number 6.
Yeah, or like after hours, be like, hey, hook me up with some ice cream.
Yeah, this is not, oh, I know you or I know somebody. Like, this is supposed to be another local business owner who's not doing so well at the moment. I understand he's going through something. I tried to give him a break, gave him some advice. Nobody wants to take my advice for how to run a business or how to get eyes on your business. I'm not great with the podcast getting views, but I can get you a Google map ranking better than some of the people who get paid to do it. It's easy. Just a couple of posts here, a little sprinkle here, a little drizzle, and we're golden. We're golden.
Drizzle, baby.
Drizzle, baby. I'm in my soft guy era right now, so drizzle. I just do my own SEO and just. Point being, this guy really came south at me. Like, it was like, oh yeah, hey buddy. What the fuck do you mean you're not gonna like
the hostility?
And then drop it on you. I think I was a little stern at the end, but it was well deserved, especially after the photo of him holding the fucking thing sitting out in his car in front of my business. Like, I think he was driving by it, but it was a picture.
By the way, did you feel
him in front of Oklahoma or Williams? That's so weird.
Did you get to feeling a little better after you ate?
Oh, absolutely. Then you saw how I just went from like project to project after that, just bouncing around.
See, I don't get text messages. I get Facebook messages.
Like what? Remind people. For those who don't know, what Facebook message would you be talking about, sir?
Man, the drama.
What you're talking about when we hit on people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody was super flirty with us in the store. And I'll tell the story. I won't bring names into it. Somebody was flirty with, me. And I was like, hey, I'm married. Happily married. Nice to meet you. But no, I was very, actually engaged with this person in a conversation and nice. And I'm not your best looking schmuck, but I was like, hey, I got a buddy. He goes to the bars you go. You guys know each other. You should definitely let him buy you a drink. And I'm the asshole because I made some comments and I was like, no, this is a great match, blah, blah, blah. Nice guy, nice woman, like cisgendered woman. Very nice. No surprises. And
also apparently I was a creep because.
Hold on. Well, let's not jump that far.
All right.
So then you show up. We both get invited to demo their new business. Like, help you build your business. Absolutely. We're now friends. We've been hitting on each other and flirting and making jokes and stuff. Porn got, brought up. And then I made a funny comment. I was like, types, blah, 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 blah. We went there. So that's on me. I apologize. You made a comment about a sexual activity. I made a comment and it got taken into that context. We were both in the wrong, not you, but her. And her friend took it personal. But I still think that if the person was that offended by it, she had the business name, we were given her number, had her Facebook, somebody could have been like, hey, you know what? I'm not interested. But they didn't. What happened next was
Yeah. Yeah. No, that message was just like the first thing, like out of the blue. And I was like, that's so ridiculous. And
To your recollection now, how does it sound now when you look back on it? Like, how did it come off? Try and read it not from verbatim.
to say that they had felt her friends and her family had felt so offended and disgusted about the things that we had talked about, which, like we said, we had gotten permission to talk about all these things that we talked about.
Even asked the person, hey, can we talk about it on the podcast? This is very funny.
Yeah.
This whole conversation is hilarious.
And like you said, the invitation to go out and help and
come to my business after hours alone with me and help me demo this place. And I even made the joke, like, her dad's probably helping.
Mhm.
Like, we'll go, we proper men, introduce, shake the hand, the whole nine, bring a beer, bring a coffee.
It's a pretty prominent place in Woodward.
Yeah.
Location wise.
Yeah. But it's one of those things where it's like, I don't think we said anything. The porn comment was funny as shit, especially if people could have been there. It was very funny because it didn't come from me first.
Mm-hmm.
They made the joke after we found what was on the VR from the customer. And it was, oh, let me see. Like, okay. Like, it wasn't just me. And I was like, oh, okay, here you go. And so that's the equivalent of like your bad time messages after hours.
Yeah.
Because he got real spanked by this person. Like, you're disgusting and I'm a pig because I'm married. And
they were saying like my mom didn't raise me right.
Yeah.
All ridiculous things like that. Like, they don't know me. They don't know who I am.
Are they even a friend of yours, or like they're somebody you just met in passing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were a customer of ours, and then it's an interesting situation because I don't really know this person, but if they're listening, you know who you are. I obviously know you watch the videos, but shame on you, shame. But yeah, so the idea, it's not their business. The person can handle it themselves. They're a grown-ass person, and they had all the opportunity. I thought that was the most interesting, like, left field conversation compared to like my cheating husband, the kid who stole his grandma's money, or any of my customer stories are crazy because I deal with them so often.
Yeah.
Most people come to me with problems. People come to you looking for like comfort. They want to feel better.
Yeah.
They don't want me to make them feel better. They want me to solve their issues. And if I can't right then and there, it's a problem. I think that's what the difference is. They're always heated. I've had 95-year-old people going off at me. Just last week, a guy comes in, end of the day, says, hey, I need this fucking phone fixed. I got sent by Verizon. Little old lady, his wife is at home, has the cards and the cash. I'm like, call her. I'll fix your phone. You can use the phone to call her and bring you money. By the end of it, he tries to demand that I take a check from him. We don't take checks anymore because people over 90 have written me bad checks and then claim that they're not alive to pay that bill anymore on the phone. Like, you're not alive? Got my money from their grandchild, but still, like, they caused the problem with non-sufficient funds fees, the whole nine. And I don't care. I'm not taking your check. And I told you, cash or card. He agrees to it. At the end, he's like, my wife can't be here before 5. I'm not waiting the hour. It's almost closing time. And he's like, oh, I'll just take my phone away on my car and you can come get the money afterwards. No, snatch the phone. Sorry, sir, I have to hang on to the phone after you're saying you're just not going to pay and you're going to try and leave. And it was a whole nightmare because I had to wait 15 minutes after closing, which is not a big deal for time-wise, but just thinking that if I close right now, it's going to be so much of a bigger problem.
Yeah.
Like, I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place. I can't hang on to his phone and leave this 90-something-year-old man without communications. And I can't wait till 6 p.m. for his wife to show up. And then she showed up because she's been in AT&T next door the whole time, asking for her husband like he wasn't 2 doors down. Like, we are literally 2 pull doors out front, down. That's it. Very interesting. But afterwards, apparently, he demanded my name from Seth and then Seth's name from him. And Seth's like, what do you need my name for? I'm just a worker. And he's like, I need your name. I was like, well, we didn't get a negative review. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's hard in this industry to not pick up some angry person because no matter how much, like everyone gets the same amount of give a fucks. I give everyone the same amount. No matter who you are, I give a fuck about you. At least one. And I will handle your problem, whether there's money on the line or not. I will definitely jump in and be like, here, let's talk about the cash afterwards if we need to. Let's get you calmed down. Or it's, hey, I know what the issue is. Let me give you a price. Boom, 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 boom. I care until somebody spits on my face. And then I'm like,
that's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's a little different. Now you got two options. You pay and I'll endure, or you get the fuck out. That's it. That's the two options.
But speaking of angry people, the whole freaking crusade to basically crucify all these celebrities.
No. We don't got enough time tonight to go into that.
No?
No, I want that to be its own thing. But it's been a week of like stupidly crazy people in different aspects. And, you know, each one, I'm trying to help their crazy into a manageable point. Like the guy with the cheating wife. I'm trying to be like, listen, if your daughter's in on it, trying to get these messages deleted because we have a notification from a message that isn't there. So it proves the message was removed. And it's crazy because he still doesn't believe me when I say, hey, where would this message just randomly show a notification that we took the screenshot of? It's there. She's removed it because you can't take the notification away. If it's the last message, that notification will show as the last notification. And he just doesn't believe. He's like, just explain it to me one more time. I think you were there when you heard that. And I was like, you just got to confront her. That's all you can do. I don't know what he's done with the tracking devices. I can't wait. It's going to be, and I'm going to drop at the end of this, there is something big happening in the background of this town, and a lot of change is coming. There's a lot of change coming. Let's just say it's not all that it seems to be. And I'm very excited to share that with you when the time comes.
Yeah, I just want to see like where this goes. But I think a thing I was going to mention earlier is if you don't keep on like dealing with this guy for like money wise, he's just going to take his money somewhere else.
No, yeah, we'll see where it goes. I don't know if I'll milk him, but I will definitely help him. I just got to start giving him a discount to do the same work over and over because I'm not repairing anything because he doesn't want to fix the phone. So he just has me making new copies and recovering it over and over again. So at what point do I just charge him to store a copy of his data? Because this will be the third recovery at $300 plus the $60 or $70 for the trip fee and the SD card and delivery, and then the setup again. So he's going to be at like $500.
Yeah,
which is nuts.
I mean, it's your time, it's your work, your experience.
Oh, I know. I value myself.
Well, yeah, but like if you don't end up doing it, he's just going to take it to somebody else.
We know how that would go.
Yeah.
You know, I wasted $180.
Doing what?
The cookies.
The cookies?
Yeah.
Cookies.
I found out that someone threw away a box of our cookies.
Seriously?
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, I bought 6 individual carriers or business associates in town cookies, 12 handcrafted sugar cookies from a local bakery. It was a beautiful thing, a gesture that I go out once a month and buy lunch for these carriers, T-Mobile, Metro, AT&T, Uverse, Comcast, wherever they're at, whoever they are. I went even some of the competition this time because I was figuring, hey, let me go ahead and give you a box of cookies and sweeten up your day. And then they refer me business and vice versa. Well, it turns out that one local place decided to throw away my cookies instead of eat them. They told me, well, the manager says we can't accept a tip. And I'm like, whoa, that's interesting. And 2, they were hard because I took a bite. I was like, so is it the bakery's fault or is it your manager's fault? Because now I can't really tell.
Right.
But the twist of it all was that the bakery tried to scam me anyway, which is hilarious.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. Oh, it's $33 a dozen. Well, she just said 25. She said 30. Sign says 30. Oh, it's with tax, without tax, wholesale price. Bring your tax.
Yeah, you tax exempt. Yeah, we are. And then the ladies in the back being like,
you need to charge more. What do you mean? He's clearing us out of what was it, 6 times 12? 80 cookies. I'm
Yeah.
like, you only got 80 cookies. You're not selling enough cookies.
They had way more cookies.
Yeah, apparently. But I wasn't paying. I was just more like shocked that she's like, why are you not charging that extra $18 to this man?
Right.
And needless to say, they're not getting my tax exemption info or any of, I'm personally never going back there. I won't spend any money there.
Mm-hmm.
It was the worst experience ever. But the carrier who threw it away is never getting lunch ever again. Guess which carrier it was. Take
Sorry,
your time.
I'm trying to think because I mean,
Where did we go?
You were pretty chatty with the people at T-Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
The people at Pioneer / whatever it is, Verizon, seem to pretty also like you because she referred you stuff. Was it the people here at Cricket?
Cricket loves me.
And we went to the fire department. Was it the police station? Really?
Yeah, the police station. Threw away my fucking cookies.
Damn.
Took the police station and the fire truck people just because we had a couple extra boxes and I didn't want to give it to the vacuum place because they're just going to suck it up and do nothing with it. They don't make progress at all. And then I didn't want to take it to the other T-Mobile because apparently they don't exist anymore. So I was like, you know what? I'll just take this and take it to the people and support our troops out there on the city streets.
You know why they threw it away?
Because they're sons of bitches.
No, man. It's because it wasn't
$30
donuts.
of pure sugar goodness. I don't eat it, but it looked delicious.
Should have bought them donuts.
Stereotypical bullshit.
Yeah.
If only we had a Dunkin' Donuts and people weren't going, I don't want any giant franchise coming in here and ruining our town. We need small businesses, people to put their back days in 7 days a week, except for the God's Day.
Like the uproar with Starbucks.
Oh, I hope they thrive. I have blood into another coffee shop here. Like I am family tied with, and I still hope that Starbucks survives. Because competition is great. Collaboration is better. I'm telling you, competition drives innovation. It makes people want to do more.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll step their game up when Starbucks starts going, oh, we have the best operation in the world, because they do. Nobody does it better than Starbucks. They are cheaper than most off-brand coffee for what they have. You can't have those types of beans imported from those countries and that fast a turnaround like they do. If I go to Scooters and it takes me 7 minutes to get a black cup of coffee, and I go to Starbucks and it's there in 30 seconds, Starbucks getting it even if they're more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Convenience over cost. Quality is a hard thing to measure because you never know when you're getting more milk or more espresso. So for the average person, it's all about the taste. If it tastes better and it's a little more expensive, okay, cool. But is it faster? People want it quick. That's why it's a drive-through. You're not getting it 24/7 at walking distance unless you're in like college and going to one of those rolling carts, you know?
Yeah.
So, and if it's freaking Twisters, they got 5 locations now. Or probably working on 10. I don't know. They pop up so fast.
You know, it'd be hilarious.
What?
Is they're just missing one more coffee shop on the other corner.
Where the bank's at?
Yeah.
I don't like that bank. I'm not going to say what the bank is, but they told me that I was not verified for a veterans loan.
Really?
That I couldn't get verified. And I'm like, you fucking kidding me? Like I got all my shit.
Mm-hmm.
I've already been verified. Something's wrong with your system. Yeah, we can't do it.
It's pretty dumb.
Yeah, you're just a small bank. Oh, we're nationwide. Thanks. I'll say our goodbyes. Just so you know, I'm moving to Enid in a couple of weeks. Things are going to get moved around. We'll talk about it more in the next podcast. I think that'll be the opening. Like, comment, subscribe, put the notification bell, hit the bell. We'll be here next week. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Life can be super happy, life can be super sad. I'm trying super hard to separate the good and bad. I go back to my future just to get to my past. But knowing me, my DeLorean